I'm R.G. Stathis, and I'm one of the owners of BP Construction Group. Basically, the 470 that we purchased is over at a pit that we operate. We use it to load trucks every day. A truck gets 18 yards per truck. We do anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 yards a day on average, and that's the only piece of equipment that we have out there.
What I'm doing here is I've got the machine up top, and I've got the loader, my loader guy that's bringing the strippings, and I'm basically just transferring them, getting them up, and we're just building a big pile, trying to get everything localized into one spot. I have no issues with keeping up with trucks. It's real smooth. It swings real fast. It reaches out real quick. The bucket curls real quick. But the biggest, most important thing is when you've got a load of dirt, especially when you've got a bucket that's got 2 or 3 yards on top of it, coming up out of the hole, it's got a lot of power and speed. I can dig for 2 10-hour shifts. It's got a really good fuel economy. You don't want to ever get out loading trucks in the middle of the day and have to stop to fuel. You know, I've taken the chance in the second day. You know, I wasn't able to fuel it one morning here, and I said, well, it's got a half a tank in it. And I actually skated through the whole next day on a half a tank, which really surprised me.
He would call us and tell us the fuel savings on it, and we weren't really believing it, so we went and checked it out for ourselves, and we were quite impressed when we realized what the savings was on the fuel.
I did not think in the beginning that this was going to be able to do the same amount of production, but it does. It's got a 4.1 yard bucket. You can have a bigger excavator with a larger bucket, you know, where you might only have to do 3 flat scoops. But of course, the bigger the bucket and the bigger the machine, the slower the machine moves. Actually, you know, the other day I was digging with this machine here against another excavator with a larger 5-yard bucket on it, and I was passing them up. The speed of this machine overcomes the extra yard that other machine had. You know, if you can load 300 trucks in a day plus, that's a good machine. And that's nonstop. That's constantly digging. Moving in the morning and you don't stop until the last truck. The video cameras are a huge help now. When you're backing up, you know, when you're behind you, you can see. AC is big. I mean, you'd be surprised how fast the heat can wear you out. Your production levels go down because you're hot, you're not comfortable. Pressurized seats, the lumbar support. These are all little things that a lot of people wouldn't think that are gonna mean a lot. I'm in this machine more than I'm at home. Anything an operator would really need in a machine, an excavator especially, it definitely covers all ends.
We're very excited to have the 3 years of the ProCare. It takes a lot off of our plate as a company, worrying about each individual piece of equipment and making sure it's serviced, because obviously the name of the game is if your equipment lasts the longest, the less overhead you have, the more money you can make. It works awesome, and for the amount of money that we paid for that versus any other equipment on the market, we really feel like we got the biggest bang for our buck. It was a great decision on our part, we feel like.
I'm completely stoked. It's a great machine.